Good morning and welcome. And we start with three major breaking stories this morning. A passenger jet collides with a Coast Guard plane in Tokyo and bursts into flames. Miraculously, despite the pictures, all of the nearly 400 passengers and crew aboard were safely evacuated. We're going to show you what it was like inside the cabin.
And caught on camera, South Korea's opposition leader stabbed in the neck. He survived and he's conscious, but we're learning about the attacker.
Plus, the FBI is investigating this deadly crash outside a crowded music venue early on New Year's Day. Officers say that flaming SUV was full of gas cans. Now, new details about what the officers are investigating. CNN This Morning starts right now.
This is CNN Breaking News.
And good morning, everyone. I'm Phil Mattingly. Audie Cornish joins me today. Poppy Harlow is off, and we are following that breaking news out of Tokyo. A Japanese Airlines plane with nearly 400 people on board bursts into flames just as it touched down at Tokyo's Haneda Airport. Video showing the jet igniting into a large fireball as it landed. You can see the pictures right there. Officials say it collided with a Japanese Coast Guard aircraft headed to help with earthquake relief efforts.
Now, the airline says all passengers and crew were safely evacuated from the plane. One person on the Coast Guard plane escaped, but 5 remain unaccounted for. So here is that terrifying scene inside the plane as smoke filled the cabin and passengers scrambled to find a way out. Now you can see the plane with emergency slides open, people running out as firefighters try to put out the flames.
We start off this morning with CNN's Will Ripley, who is live from Tokyo. Will, I've been watching your reporting over the course of the last hour. The pictures are wild, terrifying to some degree. What do we know about what actually happened here?
So what we know is that this plane was packed, coming from the hotspot city of Sapporo on Japan's northern Hokkaido island, landing at Haneda Airport, which is one of 2 major airports that services the Tokyo metropolitan area. My cameraman, John, flew in there just a few hours before this happened. I also flew in a few hours ago from a different airport, but we know this airport very well. And it was on runway C just before 6 o'clock local time, so around 2 hours ago, that this plane with 367 passengers, including 8 children under the age of 2 and 12 crew members on board, collided with this Coast Guard plane that had 6 people on board. Now, 5 of the Coast Guard people on the Coast Guard plane are still unaccounted for. 1 person is known to have escaped. But in that airliner, they essentially had about 90 seconds before the plane became engulfed in flames. 90 seconds for those 12 crew members to safely get every single passenger, including those children under 2 years old, off the aircraft and out onto the runway. People who were on the plane have been posting on social media saying that it was terrifying. They thought they were going to die. And
this is CNN Breaking News.
We have breaking news just into CNN. Harvard President Claudine Gay is set to resign today. That is according to the Harvard Crimson.
Let's go straight to CNN's Matt Egan. Matt, what can you tell us about this?
Well, the Harvard Crimson is reporting that Claudine Gay is set to resign today, marking the shortest tenure of a presidency in the university's nearly
Joint Terrorism Task Force, as well as the FBI and local authorities there in Rochester. But in that news conference that we had earlier this morning, we did learn a lot about Michael Avery, 35-year-old from Syracuse, New York. Investigators say he traveled from Syracuse on December 27th, checked into a hotel, there you see it, on December 27th in Rochester, then rented an SUV from a nearby airport car rental place, and then on the day of the attack actually went around to several different locations by himself. You see in the surveillance video right there, or picture right there, purchasing gas canisters and the gasoline. And